Hi, how are you? Um, I'd like to welcome everyone this week. This week we're going to talk about a lesson called Words Can Hurt. You know, um, it does only take us a few seconds to say something to somebody, send a message to somebody, easily make a joke, a sarcastic remark, or make fun of somebody. It only takes a few seconds. But sometimes, just in those few seconds, it is so easy to hurt somebody else with words. So that's what we're going to kind of focus on this week, is thinking about how our words really do affect another person. It's not necessarily when we think about things that hurt us, like a physical blow or somebody punching us, hitting us. That's always the most harmful. When we think about the words that we use, it can really hurt someone's self-esteem. It can really hurt someone's feelings and make them really feel like next to nothing in no time at all. Our words are really, really powerful. We can say something to somebody in a matter of seconds and it makes them feel like nobody cares about them or that nobody likes them. It can make them feel like no matter what, even how they look or things that we have said can really have a big impression on them. The damage can last for a long, long time, and it's just simple words that we have said that have hurt another person. You know, maybe we didn't even know what we were saying or have meant to know what we were doing. You know, maybe we were trying to make it seem like a joke or we're joking around, kind of jokily picking on people, which we all do. I do all the time. But maybe we're not sending the right message. And maybe when some of those things that we're saying to somebody, they're not taking it the same way. We all have different opinions. We all have different feelings and emotions. And we really don't know how somebody else is going to feel. So we really have to think about the words that we're using. Maybe we believe something and somebody else believes something different. Just because we don't believe the same thing doesn't mean that if we say something about how we believe or things that we think are right in our lives doesn't affect somebody else. There's many things that we don't really truly understand how our words can affect somebody else. So when I talk about our words, I'm not talking even about like really serious words like a death threat or something like that. I'm talking about just simple words that can slip out of our mouths that we're trying to joke with somebody. Maybe we just weren't even thinking about what we were saying, and they really do hurt somebody else. It can make them feel excluded. It can make somebody else feel insecure. It can make them feel like they're never right or they never do anything right. No matter what our intention is or what we mean by those words, we should never say something like that can be interpreted by somebody else to mean those things. And the hardest part about it is it really does happen quite quickly. So I have two little examples here that I'd like to share with you today. One of them is where people take just a simple piece of paper. And if we take this piece of paper and think about when we say things to somebody else that is not very kind and not very nice, and it really kind of crumples you. It makes you feel small. It makes you feel hurt, and it makes you feel like you maybe have done something wrong, when in fact you are okay, but their words are making you feel that way. So if we think about that, we take a piece of paper, and then within seconds, if we just crumple that paper up, listening to the words of people around us. People around us are saying things like, oh, look at you, I hate that haircut. Why did you wear that shirt? Oh, that was the stupidest thing I've ever heard anybody say before. Why would you say something like that? Why would you want that? I wouldn't want that. That's just what babies want. Those things are mean. Those things are very hurtful to us. And it does. It crumples us down. Now, after we've been crumpled down, how do we build ourselves back up again? Well, I can take this piece of paper and I can unfold it and take it back to where I had it before. But how can I really fix this? Well, I'm going to lay it on the table and I'm going to flatten it out. So as I flatten out this piece of paper, now it's going to look just like another piece of paper. But you can see the wrinkles and you can see those emotional scars that have been left there. Even though we press it out and we try to take it and put it back to the way it used to be, it never can really go back. Those words that we've heard, we can't forget them. We need to think about how even a simple word can help somebody, yes, go back to the way they were, but will it ever actually be the same? Okay? Think about that. If you need some time to kind of discuss that, you can pause the video and talk with somebody about that too. But really think about how after we've heard something and after people have said things to us, can we really go back? It's very difficult, very hard to go back to the person that we were beforehand. Another thing I have for you here is my little person, okay? So this is my little person that I have made, and this person here looks pretty good, right? They're moving along through their day, they're feeling pretty good, they're feeling pretty happy. And all of a sudden, for no reason, somebody tells them, "Oh, that shirt you have on, that looks really stupid. Why would you, glasses? Oh, I don't like anyone that wears glasses. They just make you look like a four-eyed geek." Really? You're going to go watch that movie? I wouldn't watch that movie. Even if it was my family favorite, that's a really dumb movie. Why would you want to watch that? You like them? Oh, I would never want to hang out with that person. Your haircut? Oh, why would you have cut your hair like that? That just looks really dumb. Only weird people cut their hair like that. As we think about our person and we think about the things that have been said to them, it kind of tears away at them. It rips away different parts of you. And even though you know that the things that you like are the things that you like, your favorite foods, your favorite movies, you want your hair cut that way. But when somebody keeps telling you that it's dumb, somebody keeps making fun of you because you like it, how does that, it rips away at you. So how can we fix that? Well, this is my person that I've made. I have an easy fix. Tape. But as I try to put my person back together, I don't really know if it's going to stay together. Because how am I going to fix this person? I don't really know. Is it possible? I don't know. But as we kind of think about the person that we are and how we can fix ourselves, I can fix myself. I can try to ignore what other people think of me, what other people are going to say about me. But am I ever going to really be like I was before? So even though I can be easily put back together, I still have the scars. I still have those remnants of what people have said to me. And those scars, they may always be there. They might not be able to go away. Some of that damage can be fixed, but I'll never exactly go back to the same way I was. Now I know these are just made out of paper, but it does really show how your words can affect another person. Words don't disappear. They will continue to exist from the moment you say them, or you send them in a message, or you hear them from somebody else. So let's not say anything or write anything that we wouldn't want to repeat. We don't want to say something that we wouldn't stop and say again. We really want to make sure that we think again before we say something. Say something, some comment, or anything to somebody else. But what happens if that does happen? Accidentally, we've said something that has hurt somebody else's feelings. What can we do to fix that? Well, the best thing you can do is to make it right. Ask for forgiveness. Asking for forgiveness can be very hard and requires a lot of courage and a lot of strength sometimes. But you need to make it right with the people that you have hurt. Now, does that mean that I say something mean to you today and tomorrow I say I'm sorry, and then the next day I say something mean and then again I say I'm sorry? We don't repeat the pattern. When we've made that mistake, we say those words, we make that apology, and we make it right by making a change. If you continue to make the same mistakes over and over and apologize over and over, does that apology really mean anything? That's something to really think about. Sometimes many of our actions are deliberate. So let's say that you have an opinion and you have an idea, and somebody says really loudly that your idea is really stupid. Your idea is silly. You've shared your opinion and now other people disagree with whatever you said. No matter what you say, they're always going to disagree. People make fun of you a lot because of what you're wearing. You ask a friend to sit next to you, and all of a sudden, they just say rude things to you. You know, these things are very hurtful, and we have to think about what we're saying to others and how we say them. And when we have done somebody wrong, we need to make it right. We need to know, or they need to know, that you've made a mistake and hurt somebody, and that you are truly sorry for what you've done. You acknowledge what you've done wrong. You discuss that, and you discuss it in the relationship that you're in with that other person. You express your regret, how you are sorry for what you have done. And the biggest part, you learn from those mistakes. It's not something that you continually do. If we continue to always have to apologize, people aren't going to think that you're truthful. And you really open up that line of communication with the other person, making sure that you can help to rebuild that relationship. A sincere apology can bring relief, but it doesn't always take that hurt away. And is that okay? Sometimes it has to be. It doesn't establish like who you are for what actions you've done or the words that you've said, but it will help that other person to know that you are sorry for what you've done. Not apologizing when you're wrong can be very damaging to your personal and your professional relationships. It can lead to anger, resentment, hostility, and it can only maybe grow over time. So that's why it's very important to now take responsibility for your actions. It is also helpful for the other person to know that you do feel bad for what you have said. You feel bad for what you did to hurt them, and that you really wish you hadn't done it. They just want to know that they feel bad already, and they want to know that you feel bad for what you've done. Think to be an example in many of these situations. Think to be an example of somebody that's going to lift somebody up with words instead of tear them down. We're all here to build up ourselves and to build up those around us. Be kind to one another. Be there to bless them and bless the people around you. There are words that you can hear that you'll never forget. Make sure those words are positive ones that you're sharing with other people. Make sure that the words that you are using have a great, positive, lasting impression on a person. Not negative, to tear them down, to crumple them up, because then they can never go back to who they really were. Think about your words. Think about what words you're saying to others. And think about how you can learn from that. Apologize. Take that responsibility upon yourself. I hope you all have a really great week. I can't wait to talk to you more about this topic as we kind of continue on. It's the beginning of February, so let's spread some kindness to others and to have a great week. I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.